Aloha Scorpio, and welcome to your tarot reading for the month of August 2026. Before we dive into your reading, if you would like to get a personal reading with me, you can always go to themagicsiren.com. I always keep the updated promo code down in the description box below. You'll also find a link to our Patreon. I post almost every day over there, and we just have a ton of fun, so if you want to join us, go and check it out. You'll also see the link to our weekly podcast. It's called The Siren Circle. Every Sunday, we dive deep into a new topic, so I hope to see you there this Sunday. With that being said, let's get into your tarot reading for this month of August 2026. We're going to start with the overall theme or vibe for the month. We will move into any potential obstacles or challenges. Then we will shuffle to see how we can overcome those challenges and obstacles. And then we'll get any extra messages that Universe and Spirit have for you this month. Since this is a monthly reading, we are going to do an affirmation for the month at the end of the video. So make sure you hang on until the end so you can get your affirmation for the month of August. With all that being said, let's get into it. We have our love oracles. We have our general oracles. We're going to go ahead and dive in. Let's see what's happening in terms of love this month for all of you Scorpio friends. Make sure you are watching your sun, your moon, and your rising sign so you can get a complete overview for the month of August. But let's go ahead and see what we got going on in terms of love, emotions, and relationships for Scorpio. What do we have? Your card came out balancing perfectly on my arm here. Let's go ahead and see what this is. We have chemistry. There is a strong magnetic attraction here. A lot of you are magnetizing things into your life this month. I like this. The chemistry card comes out whenever there is chemistry in many different areas of your life. So some of you might be making some new friends this month and it's like you instantly click with this person. Some of you might be calling in a new romantic partner and there's this instant chemistry. Some of you are rekindling the chemistry between you and your current romantic partner. Otherwise, there's other energies and chemistry as well. Maybe you are vibing when it comes to your job. Maybe there's some sort of side hustle or a business that you've been wanting to start, and this month you feel like it's really working for you. It just feels like things in general are kind of falling into place and the chemistry is flowing. And so I really like that. I feel like this is going to be a great reading for you, Scorpio. Let's go ahead and move into our general oracles and kind of see what other messages can be added for the overall theme and vibe for the month. You had two of them, so we'll keep it. You have a bonus card here. You had three of them. We'll keep them. You have the artist card. This came out a lot for everybody. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. This is really just Universe and Spirit telling you to get creative this month, tap into your artistic side. Maybe that also is going to help with getting the chemistry flowing, whether this is painting, drawing, singing, or just dancing around and making interpretive dance. The artist card, it has been coming out for a lot of you this month, and I just feel like it's a really great time for us to get creative, to get artistic, to pull from that spark from Leo for the first half, and then get grounded into our creations on the second half in Virgo season. You also have yoga. Your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising. Putting your body, your physical body, on the top of your priority list is also really important this month for you, Scorpio. The yoga card always comes out whenever there's also some highlight of our chakras, okay? This is the only card in all of my decks that I use for these readings that have the chakras on them, so that might be something to pay attention to this month as well. And then you also have the options card. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. This is just options overall, and because you have that chemistry card coming out, I think for a lot of you, there are a lot of options coming into your life because you're magnetizing them into your aura, into your space. So if you've been trying to get a new opportunity for a new job, this is going to be the month for that to happen. If you've been trying to, get some sort of options in your life when it comes to a new place to live or a new community to be a part of or a new way of thinking or just something, there are going to be some options that come in for you. So pay attention to everything that's kind of happening around your space, okay? Let's go ahead and bring in the tarot deck and see what tarot has to add for the overall theme and vibe for the month. We had a lot of cards come out already for you. You have the Queen of Cups. This is your elemental queen. She is the queen of water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. She's also the queen of emotions, okay? So when we talk about the Queen of Cups, she is that queen that is very compassionate, all right? She really approaches everything with this energy of compassion. And so for some of you, you're really being called into that this month. If you're usually not that compassionate with yourself and you're a little bit harder on yourself or a little bit more, it's like maybe you're like your worst critic sometimes, this is going to be that month for you to try approaching your own creativity, your own artistic endeavors, your own energies, opportunities, different things of that nature with a more compassionate approach, a compassionate mindset. She also is the queen of maturity and emotional availability. So when we say that, it's essentially this: when she's really excited, she does not make an impulsive decision. When she's really angry, she doesn't say something she's going to regret the next day, right? So having this queen being your sort of overall theme and vibe is fantastic, because a lot of you are already embodying and embracing her. And then some of you, and this is just that reminder throughout the month, if something feels like it's not going your way, or if something is starting to get to a point where it's getting a little frustrating or overstimulating, take a deep breath, approach the situation with compassion, and try your best not to let your emotions get the best of you this month, because you're very much sitting in a space of Queen of Cups. Let's go ahead and see what any potential obstacles or challenges are for you this month. This is very different energy than the other two water signs that we've already done for this month. You did have a card flip here. We have the Three of Swords. So potential obstacle or challenge this month: emotional difficulties, potential heartbreak, or just things that feel emotionally heavy, okay? The Three of Swords can feel like a very heavy card because we know that this card does come with emotional difficulty. For some of you, this could feel like a heartbreak, whether it's just getting your heart broken because something didn't work out. Maybe this is getting your heart broken because there was a relationship that ended. Maybe some of you thought that you were going to be able to, attract or magnetize a certain thing into your life. But maybe we need to look at things from a different perspective and kind of say, okay, yes, maybe this didn't work out for me and it is a bummer. It does hurt my feelings, but I also have all these other things that I've been attracting into my life right now. I have a lot of other options, and maybe there is this sort of energy of like just being compassionate with yourself and saying, you know what, I don't necessarily need to sit in this energy of potential emotional heaviness, heartbreak, or feeling like it was a bummer or having your feelings hurt. Yes, see those things, reflect on those things, but try not to sit in those things for too long, right? I think obviously allowing ourselves to have feelings and emotions is very healthy and it's important. But I think there also is that line of saying, okay, I reflected on this. Now I need to allow myself to process and release. And for a lot of you, I think that's going to be a big theme for this month, is essentially saying like, you are the Queen of Cups. You're very much emotionally balanced. So when you are processing or reflecting on the things that have maybe hurt your feelings, just know that there are other options and opportunities available to you at this time. You're sitting in a place where there's a lot of chemistry around you, and you have this sort of magnetized aura where things are coming into your life. So after we are looking down and we're processing, don't be afraid to look up and see other things that are being offered to you, okay? It's like a blessing in disguise. Let's go ahead and see how we're going to overcome the potential challenge here, which again is emotionally difficult things that maybe are happening in our lives. So what do we have here? We have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is creative expression. This card is the artist card, so it makes sense that we're seeing this. The Page of Cups is all about creative expression and our personality. This is one of my favorite cards in the tarot deck because it is all about asking, who are you now? After those moments happen where it's emotional difficulty, after, relationships end, or we have to move, or jobs come to a close, there are certain things like that, different seasons and different chapters end in our life. We have to take a moment and ask ourselves, who are we now, right? Because you're not the same person that you were when you started that endeavor, or when you got into that relationship, or when you started that job. You're a different person now. Maybe your style has changed. Maybe your personality has changed. Maybe the way that you express yourself has changed. So this is going to be a great month to tap into that and ask yourself, who am I? Who am I now? What makes me happy? And how do I express myself to the world? And part of that is creative expression. What do I wear? Do I feel like my clothes are actually in alignment with who I am now, what my personality is now? The way that I put my voice out into the world, is that something that is still fulfilling for me? Or is there a better way for me to share my story? Maybe it's writing a blog. Maybe it's getting together once a month and hosting some sort of circle with your community and friends. Maybe hosting dinner parties. Getting creative in the way that you present yourself to the world is how we can overcome those moments of emotional difficulty this month. Let's go ahead and get any extra messages that Universe and Spirit have for you this month. I think overall, look at this. Gaining a fresh perspective on things. This was the energy that I was thinking and feeling when I was talking about that Three of Swords. How it's like, yes, there are some things that are maybe happening in your life that are going to be emotionally difficult to process. That doesn't mean that that's the only perspective. The hangman says slow down and look at things in a different way. Literally, look, he's hanging upside down, right? It's like if you're hanging upside down, you're literally looking at this from a different perspective. And I think there is that sort of importance for you this month, is like looking at things from a different perspective. Yeah, there might be some things that are coming to an end this month. Yes, there might be some things that are happening that might hurt your feelings or feel emotionally heavy or difficult to process, but that doesn't mean that's the only thing that's happening in your life. There's so many options that are opening up for you. You're in this space right now where you're getting a chance to be able to show up compassionately and say, who am I now? Because I think if you actually get down to it and you figure out who you are now, maybe some of those things that have come to an end, or those emotionally difficult things that you have been processing, maybe they really weren't in alignment with who you truly are now. You're in a space where you get to start attracting things into your life that are actually in alignment with your authenticity. So get clear on what that looks like. And you can do that, again, by looking at all the things in your life from a different perspective and trying to see the blessings in disguise, even though it's hard to do so when you're in the thick of the emotions. Again, you reflect, then we process. As we start to release, it's easier to see things from a different perspective. Let's go ahead and get your affirmation for the month. Let's get the affirmation for the month. Look at this. I add value to the world. I love this because a lot of the energy that we were talking about was saying how you express yourself to the world, how you present yourself to the world. You do add value to this world. There might be something here that happened in your life that makes you question what your value is. And that's where that Page of Cups chimes in and says, listen, you do absolutely bring something into this world as the Queen of Cups. You add value to all of your relationships, your communities, the things that you are a part of, okay? So say this every day, believe it, okay? Add it. Write it on your mirror, look at yourself in the morning, say, I add value to the world, and truly believe it, because you really do. At the end of the day, this reading is empowering. I think all of the water signs readings have been empowering in some way, shape, or form. And this one to me is saying, Scorpio, you might be dealing with some emotionally difficult things this month, but that doesn't mean that is what the whole theme for the month needs to be for you. There's a different perspective here, and part of that is freedom. Part of that is finding the way that you want to add value into this world and really showing up compassionately for yourself. There's a lot of options opening up for you, and you are literally magnetizing things into your life. So pay attention to what those are, and just know that the ending of one chapter, it might feel like, a bittersweet ending, but there's always going to be something fresh waiting for you. So great messages here across the board. If you are still watching this video and you haven't liked it yet, consider liking this video. Consider subscribing to the channel. We love making new friends here. I try and post every day. Sometimes I might miss a day, but that's okay. Like I mentioned earlier, if you would like to get a personal reading with me, you can always go to themagicsiren.com. All that information is down in the description box below. I'm going to let you get back to your day. Have a wonderful August. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time. Aloha.